money-saving drive to Coppell in Louisville, or check us out online at coppellcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit, must trade, and finance.
At Doane University, we build leaders, and that means your success and achievements come first.
At Doane University, your future is uniquely yours, and our world-class liberal arts education is just the beginning.
We invite you to schedule your campus visit and experience why Doane University will start you on your journey to your future career.
Learn more by scheduling your personal campus visit today at doane.edu/visit. See you soon.
Spring sports are here, and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives.
There are over 1,000 kids in Cedars care today. We're here to ensure that each of them receives safety and stability they deserve. But we need your help. A gift to Cedars will make an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further with the available matching funds. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincolnday.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln kids today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting partly sunny skies with a slight chance of showers this afternoon. See a high around 74. Tonight, slight chance of showers early, then mainly clear skies, below around 46. And tomorrow, a chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny with a high around 68. I'm meteorologist Kyle Cutter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Soulful Casino in Havelock is a family-owned business, providing incredible food and service that'll have you craving more with every bite. Soulful Casino offers everything from pulled pork to fried chicken, catfish, ribs, and even quesadillas. You want sides? They've got them. From fries, green beans and baked beans, to collard greens, potato salad, and sweet dill corn. Stop by for lunch as they have specials Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m. That's Soulful Casino, located in Havelock, where every bite you take fills the soul.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor, Nebraska Football Hall of Famer.
Blitz is on. Taylor picks it up. Fires. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Canadian Football League Grey Cup champion.
Taylor again, wide open.
First team All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
5 for Steve Taylor. That is a new Nebraska record.
Welcome into Weekly Rap Sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. I am Jake Bogman, sitting in with the All-American quarterback himself, Steve Taylor. Steve, how are you doing today?
I'm good, man, but I just realized I haven't had my Heavenly Waffles in a while.
Oh, yeah? You didn't make it in early enough.
I didn't make it in.
At 11, yeah.
I know. I wish they stayed till noon. Then I can come in around 11:40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them real quick. Maybe we should have set a dish off to the side.
Yeah, you didn't save a plate for me, man. You're supposed to look out.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about it.
What did they
this
have
time
today?
around.
What did they have today? Did you have any?
Oh yeah. They had. I mean, he's always trying out a new combination. They had a little sandwich last week that was just delicious. This week, he tried this. He had this protein, basically banana and different type of. I mean, he can explain. I like chia seeds and stuff on it.
I like the one with the chicken, the sausage, and the gravy.
They had that too today. Yeah.
Oh, they did.
You missed out on that one.
That's my favorite with the bacon.
Yeah. That was the main dish today.
I wonder how many calories I end up with.
Well, that's the good thing about Heavenly Waffles is they're actually pretty healthy compared to normal waffles.
I gotta make a note of that for next Wednesday. It's been about a month.
Yeah.
Since I've had some.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
Yeah, you start to miss them. You start to crave them.
So I gotta watch what I eat in the morning because I always have Wednesday wings.
Oh yeah.
So I try to
At
eat
night.
healthy. So if I eat bad early, I gotta eat healthy later in the day.
Yeah.
So sacrifices that I have to make.
Fair enough. Well, you know how we
fair enough.
always have to start this show off. How's your golf game going?
I won my 2 matches yesterday.
Okay, that's
but
good.
I was dead last the day before that. We had we played on a Monday, which my buddy put this game around. It's just straight up golf. I didn't play well the first 9, but then the back 9 I was in second place, and I had one horrible hole. I took a 7 on 16, ended up losing, so I finished dead last. So I was not very happy. But yesterday I won both my matches.
So you're hungry to get back out.
So I'm hungry to get back out there tomorrow.
Yeah.
I should be playing today. They teed off about 12 o'clock, but once again, I took one for the team, and I'm here with you.
Well, we do appreciate it.
And there's no wind. And there's no wind right now. It's been windy and wet and cool. Not too cool, but anyway. So now my golf game is starting to come around.
That's good.
Yeah, it is. It's starting to come around, and I hit some pure shots yesterday.
What did you do?
But it's just a struggle, man. It's a struggle.
I know you had surgery not too far back. What did you do? What filled the golf gap in your life during that time of recovery? Or did you force yourself out there to
forced
golf
myself to play. And so I developed this injured over the top swing.
Oh,
because I was protecting my elbow.
Yeah.
For the most part, I played pretty much 70% of the season last year injured.
Played through it.
And so I had to play through it.
Yeah.
And so I developed this over the top swing. I was hitting this terrible cut, fade, slice, and I was losing distance, and it was just tough. And so now, and plus I got new irons. So now that I have surgery, first of all, I can't make any more excuses. My wife told me your excuses are done, which they are. I'm just, you asked me, so I'm telling you what happened, what transpired. So I developed this swing that's really not my pure swing. So now I'm in the process of getting back to my natural swing, which is more on plane and it's better. But now I can feel it when I'm over the top.
Yeah.
And then plus I'm getting acclimated to my new irons that I got because I'm hitting them different distances. So I had a lot of things going on, and then of course the mental grind, just the battle within yourself, of because I have these certain expectations I want to play to, and I'm getting older, so I was dealing with a lot of issues. So now and I didn't play any competitive golf last year, so this year I'm playing competitive golf,
Nice.
So I got to get back in that mind frame.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I won my 2 matches, so I'm back in the win. I'm in the winning bracket now.
Would you say it's more of a mental game in golf or quarterbacking?
Oh, golf, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Quarterback, you got help.
Yeah.
You can hand the ball off. Defense will score a touchdown.
Yeah.
But with you, it's all on you. You got to make the putts. You got to make the shots. So no, golf is much more of a mental grind than any sport.
Well, and it's kind of interesting, speaking of different sports, and we'll get into this later with the football and baseball crossover, because Monte Harrison, a former Nebraska commit, is now going back to the football field in Arkansas. But we can get to that later. What I did want to say is, because you mentioned this as well, you've got a connection to one of the new Nebraska basketball players, Braxton Mia.
Yeah, so I'm actually making the turn. This is when I lost. Not yet. I won yesterday, lost the day before. I was making the turn, and I get a call from my cousin, Keith Gooch, he's from Fresno, and actually played with me up in Canada. He was a defensive back, great guy, played like 12, 13, 14 years up in the CFL. Anyway, so he called me. I just recognized the number and his name. And he let me know that. He said, "Hey, dude, my niece's son is going to be coming to Nebraska to play basketball." I didn't know anything about it, right?
Yeah.
And so we just want to make sure that you guys connect and everything. And so he told me, Braxton and everything. So I looked it up, and he sent me all the information. And so we got another Fresno, San Joaquin Valley guy coming from Washington.
Yeah.
Grad transfer. And so I'm excited about that. Dude's like 7'1".
Yeah, and he's a blocker and a dunker. Yeah,
you know, so I'm like,
he knows his role.
Yeah, so my brother, I mean, there's a lot of people don't believe me when I tell them, like, I play basketball a lot. Like, basketball, I mean, I love probably equally basketball. Well, baseball was my first love, but baseball, basketball, football were I did all that, right? And I was a pretty good point guard, pretty good basketball player. But anyway, my brother Alonzo, who's the youngest, he's 6'5", 6'6", right? And then my nephew Deshaun, which is my sister's boy, he played 12 years in the league and got a championship with the Dallas Mavericks. He's 6'5". And then my cousin, who I went back to Fresno for the funeral, Raymond, he was like 6'6", and he was all San Joaquin Valley, you know, center, and went to the University of San Francisco and played with Bill Cartwright.
Oh, okay,
you know, and so he was a great basketball player too. And anyway, so now I got another cousin. And then my cousin Tony McRae.
Sure, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah,
that's my cousin.
Okay,
Tony McRae from Fresno played with Doc Sadler, so it was fun watching him. And he was like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
You know. And then now
he's a fan favorite. People loved him. Back in the day.
Yeah. Tony was cool. And so then now Braxton's coming here, and he's 7'1".
Yeah.
So his mom called me yesterday, you know, because he was looking for this. You know, he got this NIL money stuff. Right? so they're asking for some connections for a vehicle and stuff like that. So once again, I hooked him up. My boy Kenny Willite from Sid.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
because he's working there now. No one knows how all that stuff works better than him. So so I think they connected yesterday, and going to get them all set up and everything. So I'm excited about. So I text Coach Hoberg to let him know. And Coach Hoberg, you know, of course, I forgot you're from Fresno. I keep forgetting the connection there. And then I talked to Coach Ziegler, who actually recruited him. So, but Fred loved him. Said he's long. His wingspan is some ridiculous number, 71, 72 inches, some ridiculous number. But it says, guys, he's athletic and he's talented. So and plays good defense. So so now my wife is all jacked up. We can go to every basketball game there is.
Absolutely.
You know? So no, it's going to be a fun season. So I'm excited for him.
Well, we appreciate it. So was there, if you were a few inches taller, you think you maybe would have went the basketball route, or what do you think?
No, I just would have played in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
No, I could have played there anyway, but no, I just would have been taller.
Yeah.
Like for quarterback, man, I think the ideal height is like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
Did
that hurt you in the?
Oh yeah. I was struggling to be 6 feet.
Yeah.
And of course, we ran the option.
Yeah.
You know, things have changed now with the shotgun and what guys are doing.
Yeah.
But back in my day, you know, if you weren't like a Troy Aikman spec, you know, 6'4", 6'5", 200-something pounds, they wanted those pure, you know, I don't want to say pure passer, but no, just big bodies that you can see.
Yeah.
And which, dude, the first day I played against Troy, right? But we went to an All-American banquet and we had a golf tournament. And so we walk up to the number one tee box, and dude, his forearms was about the size of my thighs, and his hands his hands were just massive.
Yeah.
I mean, so I was like, okay, so that's what a 6'4", 6'5" prototype quarterback looks like in person.
Yeah.
Like in pads and everything, and on the field, I mean, you're looking 50, 60 yards across the field. You really can't get a true sense of their size, you know, and everything. And I was like, whoa, like he just towered over me.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but anyway, but I think the ideal height is like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah,
because you can see over the offensive line, you can see the angles, and you still have mobility. You know, not that those guys aren't, because the football has evolved so much. But that's when I really realized that I was a small quarterback.
Yeah,
I was 6 feet, 205 pounds.
And like we were kind of saying, like the Drew Breeses, the Russell Wilsons have been able to like kind of knock that down, so it's not as big of a concern now. But
and now with the shotgun and everything, you can find passing lanes. I mean, that's why Doug Flutie was like he was. It's a tougher transition. But you got Kyrie Murray.
Yeah,
you know, I don't know how tall he is.
Yeah,
he's struggling to be 5'9", right?
Yeah, seems like it. Yeah,
you know. So, but now, when you're in a shotgun, that's what I realized when I was in Canada. When you're in a shotgun, you can see because you're already back 6-7 yards. So you can see, and then you still have to find your passing lanes and everything. But definitely height is an advantage. There's no question about that.
Yeah. And we talked about it last week. So, I mean, it's just kind of interesting as you know, guys go through. There had to be a trailblazing moment of black quarterbacks in the league, too.
Yeah.
Do you think that hurt in evaluations, your height?
I was right there on the cusp. I mean, guys tell me this all the time. I mean, they tell me because I could have, maybe I would have been a legitimate quarterback coming out now, right?
Yeah.
And then, being that size and just really being the type of offense that we ran. It's just not a prolific offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I get it. And like I said, I didn't want to switch positions.
Yeah.
And I probably could have tried it, but I had too good of an offer to go to Canada.
Sure.
So and then I was still drafted. But yeah. But
Would-
things have changed now. man,
Yeah.
So.
Do you look at today's football and wish you were able to play it? I mean, other than the NIL, which people would love, right? But just kind of the style, like
it's-
the shotgun, like you're
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
sling the ball all over.
It's just all timing. I mean, it's just all timing. Obviously, it's just all timing, and things have progressed and the way quarterbacks are evaluated, even the way Black quarterbacks, African American quarterbacks are evaluated, there's no stigma, there's really no stereotypes, things of that nature, and all that kind of stuff. So that there's been tremendous growth there. And we had a lot of trailblazers before me, and those guys had to go different routes to do what they did, like the Warren Moon and the Randall Cunninghams and that kind of stuff. And there's obviously guys before them, Harris and those guys. So it's nice to see what we're seeing now today. You're just you're evaluated on your skills and what you can do on the football field. So there's. And that's why I was really for Nebraska making that transition to a more prolific offense than the option.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see. And well, unfortunately, it's 20 years later. They still have only had one quarterback drafted, and that was Tanner Lee.
I think that may change. I think that may change. I think this new kid has a chance. Has a chance to be a first rounder. So he has this. I think he has the skills. Now it's just a matter of just having some success.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully, finally, Nebraska will get some quarterbacks into the NFL.
Wouldn't that be nice, man? Wouldn't that be nice to have some quarterbacks, running backs, and receivers drafted? And
well, it's interesting too. If you remember, like Josh Freeman and Blaine Gabbert, those were guys that were committed to come to Nebraska, ended up being first-round quarterbacks, but decided to go elsewhere at the last minute.
God, I haven't heard those names in a long time. That Blaine guy kind of never from Missouri, kind of never really.
Well, it's interesting. Their careers, and especially with Dylan too, is like they were just like seen as the next big thing coming out of high school. And their college careers, I think, were solid, not spectacular, but it was the fact that the things that made them so attractive coming into high school, was their build, was their, and so they did enough at the college level. And so, when we think about Dylan and maybe saying, well, someday he could be a first rounder, you don't necessarily have to win the Heisman like Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams.
It's nice.
It'd be great if they did, right?
But
if you've kind of just got it, and he looks to have it as far as throwing the ball with ease downfield, can make a lot of the throws now, pre-snap stuff. I mean, he's just got a lot of the stuff that's working for him. He doesn't necessarily have to have the All-American career to be a first-round pick.
Well, they had the two kids. They were drafted from, was it Duke or Carolina or somewhere?
Yeah. We see it almost every year.
And Bo Nix, they were in the hunt. So
yeah.
No, you don't. I mean, it's nice to have those accolades behind you. But those guys put up some pretty good numbers and had some pretty good success. They were consistent.
Yeah.
So if you can put 2 to 3 good years, 3 for sure, 2. One is always, you never know how that's going to pan out because you see what happened to Trey Lance, right?
Yeah.
But if you put a couple of good solid years together, then and if you got some skills, you got a chance to be drafted in the first round.
Yeah.
You need some help, though, man. You need some help.
Always do.
You need some help. And so that's what we're going to have to get for Dylan. Yeah.
One of the stories too that I wanted to get to you, because I know you were drafted by the Yankees, played some baseball yourself before deciding ultimately to go to football. Is Monte Harrison was a commit to Nebraska to play football here, and back in 2014, was too high of a pick in the MLB draft, so he had to go that route. Went 10 years there, made it to the major leagues. Yeah, made it to the major leagues for a few games. Wasn't necessarily a star there or anything, but did well in the minor leagues. Now he's decided to walk on at Arkansas. So
how old is he?
28-year-old walking on, a wide receiver. So that'll be kind of fun to track. You never did. Was there ever an inch to go back at it would have been the reverse for you, an inch to go back at baseball midway through your career or anything?
Yeah, I did. It was my first year, and when I was with Edmonton, we were 16-2, and I wasn't playing very much, and I wasn't very happy. And I thought, and I used to go to a lot of the Edmonton Trappers baseball games because they had a what do you call it, AAA team there, right? And so a lot of your heavy hitters used to go there, and we used to go watch them play. They used to come down and play a little bit. And I got the bug, and then I thought about playing because I was watching guys I played with that were actually playing in the World Series.
Yeah.
The Tommy Goodwins was playing, and the Keith Mitchells were playing, and I'm now thinking that could have been me. Anyway, so I did consider that, but I haven't hit a curveball since I was 18.
Yeah,
and that's what my agent told me. And I still had a bright future in the CFL. But I always I always had that itch that I wanted to scratch because I wanted to play at Nebraska and I did not. It's a tough decision, man. It really is. Even with Murray, when he came out, he was, I think that the A's draft him.
Yeah. Very high.
That was, I probably should have used that more of a leverage, and I didn't. But hindsight's always 20/20. Yeah,
did you ever think too much about it once being drafted by the Yankees? Or
No,
were you pretty set on football?
yeah,
at that time?
unfortunately for me, I lived with my high school football coach, and it was all football. Like he wouldn't let me talk to any scouts, and it was just, like you said, it's timing. It's timing. I mean, Ken Griffey was drafted my year. That's when I came out.
Okay.
And so it's tough when you have good options. When you're, 4 or 5 star, 3 or 4 or 5 star recruit, which I'd have been up there, and you had all these Division I schools that would go play football with an education, And I never forget this. I was in the car with my with one of our coaches at Lincoln High School, and he had played 6 or 7 years in the minors. He played at USC, and he was like, "You know what? I did that, and it's a lot of traveling and everything, and the money is not great, and you got a chance to go to school and still play professional football, So I had options. So I didn't give it that much thought, And I wish I would have. And plus, they moved me to outfield. Before I was playing, shortstop, second baseman, and so that was new to me playing the outfield. It just wasn't as exciting, as being in pitching and that kind of stuff. So, and I had good options.
Yeah.
So I always think about that, but you make the decisions and you do the best you can, and you have to live with them. So I wouldn't call it a regret. I wish I would have probably maybe played a little bit more in college. I should have done that in college.
Was that an option in college to play?
It was, but like I say, we were in the hunt for the national championship, and I went to Coach Osborne in the spring to go talk to him about playing. It's like, Steve, hey, we really got a good shot of winning it all. We'd like to have you go through spring. And he said Turner Gill had played baseball and didn't go that. Even Turner, after the CFL, when he had his concussions, he tried to go play.
Oh, okay,
he did that for 3 or 4 years. I remember when I came back. When I came back from Canada, we went out and hung out, and that's when he was actually trying to do that.
Okay.
And he just, I don't think he ever got higher than AA baseball. But so it's just one of those things. You make the decisions, So I'm just glad that I'm okay.
Yeah.
That I had the career that I did have, and was able to do some things financially and stuff. So it's easier to live with. It's easier to stomach. And this NIL stuff is kind of tough.
Yeah.
I mean, these 3 or 4 or 5 million evaluations I could have been done at 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Retire pretty quickly.
Yeah, you could have been done at 20, which I still got a long ways on retirement. But it's just a different day and age.
Yeah.
Even the money they make in all the professional sports are nothing like it was in the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Yeah. I always find that the fascination of like what Tom Osborne made, even winning championships in the late 90s.
I think it was like 300 or 400 grand or something.
Yeah.
And they used to get like maybe
compared to where it's ballooned up now.
And get and Nebraska was more conservative. I don't know. I used to hear rumors and see some stuff like that. Nebraska pay structure was different than other major, Division I coaching jobs, so they're in the same boat. I mean, it's astronomical what these guys are making now.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this too, because I think is there a correlation between like is there a lot of crossover between playing football in baseball, or is it just that there's a lot of good athletes that it happens to good athletes are going to be good athletes no matter what field you put them on?
See, we have this debate all the time about and first of all you have to say what's your definition of an athlete. I really think football players, in my opinion, are the best athletes. Like, I don't know if I talked to you about this before. The guys that are playing at the highest level, most of them were football players. Like, they were good at baseball, they were good at basketball, and they were good at football. The way you're built, you have the ability to be a great basketball player, or you can be a great tight end. A great point guard, you can be a great quarterback. Like Ward from Florida State. Numerous guys, right? Elway played baseball, played football, right? Who's the other guy, the Yankees guy that took me out? Dave Williams. Was it Dave? What's his last name? I had a mental block. He played basketball, football, and baseball, So I think you're built and your skill set, your hand and eye coordination, and your physical size, and your speed. I mean, how often do you hear that?
Yeah.
These guys are great baseball players that play football.
Yeah.
And basketball players too. So
Yeah, it's interesting. And now we're, by the way, having basketball players saying that they could put 50 basketball players in the NFL, but the NFL couldn't put any NFL players into the NBA. So
see, here's what I say: Michael Jordan is the best.
Yeah,
he couldn't play baseball, and he definitely would not play football.
Yeah.
He would light him up, right?
Yeah.
So even LeBron probably could have been a great tight end.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I still think overall, Deion Sanders, Bo Jackson. Come on.
Yeah.
What's their dominant sport? Football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back here with more weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for our 12th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an inclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, we're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Back to Rapping with Rico and former All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. The 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here on weekly rap session.
Yeah, Rico,
All-American quarterback Steve Taylor.
Rico comes in the room and starts messing with our tech stuff. Changes it up, huh? He doesn't want to let it go, huh?
Well, the Royals are on our stream now, so Rico tried to help us out with that. So I do appreciate it.
We got to give him his credit. He's still good. I'm good with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're getting bumped for the Royals.
Well,
they better win, man.
Yeah, they better win for us. But that happens from time to time on our radio stream. But we always are going on the Outlaw VIP or not VIP channel. That's for our text line or our phone line. But on Allo and Twitter and Twitch and
guys
Facebook,
all
so
over.
we're still up and going.
Okay, all right. We're all on the socials. All right.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys handle all that tech stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a simple guy. I'm old. I can only handle Facebook.
Is that the only social media you do?
I hardly even do that.
Yeah.
I tweet every now and then when football, if I got some business stuff or something like that, I tweet. But I'm not really. You can't believe what you read on the internet,
right?
man. It's like all fake. My daughter's all over that stuff. TikTok. I text her. I said, "Why do you watch TikTok so much?" She's always putting these TikTok things on our family chat, and I don't read them very much. Every now and then, first of all, it's an effort just to open it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, "Dad, it's just funny stuff." I'm like, it's all fake though. It's all made up fake stage stuff,
Yeah,
So,
it's dangerous if you haven't been on TikTok and you go on there, it will you could like 2 hours of your life can flash before your eyes and you'll step away and you say, I don't remember anything I watched. I don't think I gained anything from this.
My screen time is very low.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's getting lower too now because I'm doing different things business wise. So I'm not on my phone as much. I can set my phone down and not even worry about it that much anymore.
Yeah.
So I still got to sell some houses and stuff. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's kind of nice not being inundated with all that stuff. I enjoy not dealing with that stuff.
Yeah. Let me ask you something too. As you bring up, we like to bring in real estate a little bit when we talk about it. Your job.
Spring parade of homes this week, Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I have someone sniffing around my new construction though. I got someone that's kind of hot on it.
Oh, that's good.
It's kind of nerving too because you got to wait. They got to go through this whole process and make a decision.
They don't like to
especially when they're not my buyers.
Yeah.
But,
when you've talked about building too, is building? I suppose if you get a plot of land and build on it, is that is it a cheaper, or is it just that you get to like build it from what you want? Is that the benefit more of that?
Yeah, it's there's a lot of things I enjoy about new constructions. First of all, you start with nothing and you see something get constructed, and then someone comes and make a life out of it.
Yeah.
So that part is extremely enjoying to me. And you're like the quarterback. I have a vision for what I want to see, how the house how the house will look and feel. So I enjoy that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I really do.
Because you've mostly gone into just new construction type of sales, right?
Yes, I still do pre-existing. I still list and sell homes. I mean, if I have a buyer, I still do that, but I'm primarily just trying to do this. I am doing it, I guess. It's been 5 or 6 years I've been building, consistently. And it's going well, so it's just a new phase of my career of where I'm going. Like I flipped houses and that kind of stuff too. So, and I enjoy being a quarterback, being a general contractor and working with different people, lots of different people. And you really see the fabric of our economy, what makes it, the electricians, the roofers, the concrete guy, the flat work guy, the framers, the dirt people who move the dirt around, the excavation and everything. There's so much that goes into it. And to see these tradesmen that have these skills, the skill set that the average person, I'm going to say average, like I don't, I have the vision and the knowledge, but as far as like framing a house, no.
Yeah.
Doing the electrical part, no. Drywall and insulation and all that stuff, the taping and the mudding. I mean, all that goes into it. This is hard work, being in the trenches. I mean, you think of plumbing, you think of your fixtures, your faucets. No, man, you're talking about the sewer.
Yeah.
I mean, they're down the dirt, digging ditches and putting in PVC pipes and sewer and drain tile and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's hard physical labor, especially when you're doing it in a climate like ours when it's 20, 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Those guys are out there in those type of conditions working and stuff. And then you build all that in the format. I mean, that's how I met Terrell. I mean, Terrell, used to put up the forms or pour the poured concrete, the foundation, and the footings and stuff. He did that. And that's when I met him probably 15 years ago.
Huh.
I mean, that's hard work, man.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when it's cold and then when it's hot, when it's 90, 100 degrees out there.
Yeah.
And you're in the earth doing that in those trenches and stuff, all that clay and stuff. So you really appreciate that, and then the roofers and just everyone involved. I mean, it's a lot. So that makes me feel good, that you're contributing to that. You're part of you're really part of the economy. And then you bring the real estate side in it with, homeowners insurance and realtors and things, and buyers and sellers and people being employed, So there's a lot of, and I didn't realize this when I went into real estate, how evolved and how integral part it is in our economy, and so that's very enjoyable. So that's why it's kind of revived my career, versus just listing, 15 or 20 houses a year and you're just pushing them out, So I enjoy this process. I still like working with buyers and sellers and enjoy that. I still have clients and stuff, but so I'm glad I have this opportunity. I just got to make it work. These interest rates don't help.
Right.
My construction loans are
right now.
Yeah, construction loans are 8-9% and stuff. And just with the buying process, but if we can settle down between that 5, stay no higher than 7 and no lower than 5, I think we'll be okay in the future.
Yeah, because interest rates, I know, like historically, you think, well, it's because it wasn't as good as it was a few years ago. So, but that was all time like crazy low. Man. You might not see again.
When I bought my first condo, I was like somewhere 13-14%.
Yeah.
When I was 22. I didn't realize it at the time.
Right, because that's what this going rate.
I didn't think about it. And then even in Canada, they had prepayment penalties when you sold your house. You had to pay a prepayment penalty to pay off your mortgage, which we don't have that in the States.
Oh, good, yeah.
Right? And you had that, and that was always a couple $1,000s for sure. But now then I retired, interest rates were probably around 5 or 6. And then they just kept dipping down to that 3% and got into the 2s for many, many years. The economy was just rolling. And now, this generation, they've never seen an interest rate lower than, higher than 4%, 5% for sure. And now you're hearing 6 or 7, it makes a huge difference. So it takes the consumer time to get acclimated with that. And that's what we're going through. And then those buyers that have that home at 2 or 3%, then they got to jump up to 7%.
Yeah.
That's $500 to $1,000 on their payment. And then property taxes are just astronomical here. So I'm glad. I think what Pillen is doing is great for our community, to get these property taxes down, because that's a fixed cost that you're going to have for your entire life.
Mm.
At one time, I was okay with that because I had kids in school, and probably this is probably too much information for you. 65 to 75% of your property taxes went to the public schools.
Mm.
So when I had kids that were in school, it was great because they were getting a very good education, but we were contributing to that. But I'm selfish now. So now that all my kids are not in public schools, let's get them down. But when you're trying to retire, and you got an average house now that's $600,000 or $700,000, and your property taxes are, anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 a year. That's a fixed cost.
Yeah.
And the city likes that. That's why they come out and reassess. They make money off that, right?
Yeah.
But we got to get that to a reasonable rate where a person can retire, because inflation has gone up. So when that person retires, they don't have this huge, constant, steady property tax that they have to pay. And that's what makes Nebraska, challenging with that.
Yeah. I'm sure there's challenges in
That's
in,
too
in
much
every
real estate
market,
for you,
right?
but that's the real
I
world.
like it. Yeah, I like it.
That's the real world, and that's what
Yeah.
people live with, So
Let me ask you one more thing
yeah.
about it. Is Lincoln, as you've seen over the years, is there more of the building the houses? And because I see like new neighborhoods that seems to be expanding quite a bit. Is that more of recent years, or is that kind of how it's been the last since you've been in it?
Lincoln is really grow. I tell you the difference is when I came into the business, homes were. I tell my kids is they're really affordable. I mean, you can go out. You used to be able to buy $100,000 new house. It was a split level home, 3 bedrooms for $100,000. Your average 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-story was like $200,000.
Yeah.
Think about that. That house now is minimum $500,000.
Yeah.
Heartland Homes, which has been around for a great time, great time. They're probably your most affordable builder in town. They could build a house for you now for about $300,000, $330,000, $300,000, $325,000, $330,000. And that's just a basic, 3-bedroom house. For instance, when I bought my lot was $37,000 when I bought my lot when I retired from football, and it was just a nice big lot that you can have a 3-star garage on. Now that lot averages $100,000 just for the lot,
Just
the
the
land.
lot, yeah.
And that's just a typical. So those are the values in that. So we got to get a handle on that, and but Nebraska in general, employment is low than other states, overall and stuff, and people are gainfully employed and everything. And our economy is good, so we've been kind of insulated. We don't have the drastic inflation that Arizona to California back east they may have. So we're protected a little bit.
Well, as
All right,
we
enough
like
about
to do,
that,
that's
huh?
enough. That's enough real estate talk. We'll
I
get
don't
back
want to bore
into
you
it.
with
No,
that. Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
boring. I'm
Yeah.
serious. It's a big.
I love it.
This generation too, or just I suppose with the internet, which you might not like to get on too much, but people, it's a huge just hobby of people to get on Zillow and just look at houses and imagine themselves, and they're looking at houses they can't afford. They're looking at or maybe it just makes them whatever their net worth is. They want to look around and see what they could do. It's like Zillow has, I think, really helped the industry a little bit as far as that just interest in real estate.
Yeah, it did. Man, we were so worried and afraid of Zillow because we used to have all that information in our house, the multiple listing service with the realtors, right? So we had that information. So we thought we would lose value if the general public had that information at hand, and actually it enhanced our business and it helped our business. So we didn't lose value at all. So that was a great tool. You got to be careful with some things on Zillow. With the guesstimates and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's not
because it's an average. Yeah, so it's not perfect with anything.
Yeah.
But it was a great tool and helped our industry tremendously. And Realtor.com and those type of internet sites and stuff. So A lot of good stuff.
Yeah. So I like to touch on your golf game. I like to touch on a little real estate every week.
The real
every
stuff.
Week.
Yeah. Just stay away from my family. Tried to commit me last night.
Why is
my daughter is this mental health practitioner. She wanted to commit me. She wanted me to go get therapy or something. So my other daughter defended me though. So my wife and my other oldest one ganged up on me.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to get too much into that.
Yeah, I don't get into that. So I'm still here with you. If you hear about me getting committed, I was hijacked. It was a coup.
It was not. Yeah, it was not your plan. I suppose. What is that? The intervention shows they have. They just never your.
It's just
choice.
tough, dude. It's tough living with 4 girls.
Yeah.
And especially makes it really tough when we're 3 grown women. You know, I'm just outnumbered, man. I just get attacked. That everything's my fault.
Yeah.
So I even asked them, "What can I say now? How can I say it?" Right? Jesus, like, come on.
Yeah,
give me the parameters. Yeah. And my oldest is just a little mini me, so that's what makes it even tougher. But
well, this is
all good.
weekly rap sessions with All-American quarterback Steve Taylor. Maybe we can throw in some rap here. Let me think of what you think about Shedeur Sanders. This is
really
Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Right. This is his new hit single. Well, I don't know if it's a hit. I don't know if it's a hit, but he just released it. Perfect Timing is
what's the name? It's called Perfect Timing.
Yeah.
Okay, he's had that.
Let's see if we get this going. Oh, I got to start it over. That's where.
All right. Okay, we hear this. Oh God.
They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing. Got a gas up on my neck, I stay shining. It's never hot around my jewelry, chasing climbing. I went and got that new Maybach, I stayed grinding. They told me bust out my AP.
There you go. That's the chorus.
What do you think? I don't know. Keep throwing the football.
Maybe backup plan.
That's what that's technology, and that's what that NIL money. You can go and become a rapper overnight.
That's right. Well, if you've got the name for it too, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
It's just too much, man. Good for him, though.
Yeah, give it
good
a
for him
shot.
trying to. I guess Shaq tried it.
Yeah. It was like Dion, his dad, it was kind of gotten to singing a little bit back in the day. So it's something to do.
Yeah, I guess. I guess it is something to do. It would be funny riding around in your Rolls Royce and you're in college and you're a rapper and a football.
Yeah, it's your own music. Beat your own music. There you go.
Good for him, man.
Yeah,
we'll see how far that climb up the charts.
Well, one thing
you and I should come up with something.
I don't. Well,
how about we do Ebony and Ivory? We do a remake.
I don't know. I'm not ready for my rap debut. I don't think. I don't know.
We'll be soulless. We'll be R&B. We'll be pop.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I
need some. It sounded like he had a little bit of that. Was it like a T-Pain or like a computer voice over it?
Yeah,
I could do that. I think.
Muffled.
Yeah, he can make anybody sound all right.
He's another Al B. Shore.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know if you remember Al B. Shore, right?
I remember the name, but I don't know.
Dude, he had like this great album. It was off the charts. And then he went on the Oprah show and he tried to sing. It was done.
Yeah, not a live performer.
They had him one of the best all time. I would probably say that album and Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
You remember them?
Yeah.
They never actually sang the song.
Yeah, that's right. They were lip singing what they cut from lip
the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was a #1 album. I was jamming to that, dude. That was the best. They had the look, they had the dreads and the dancing and all this stuff, but they couldn't sing a lick. That was funny,
it always reminds me. It was sometimes more about who you know than what you know or what you can do. Sometimes
I think the ticket we should put a rap tune together.
Yeah. Well, Terrell would be one of our first picks. You think? Terrell Farley, of course, had the this. I played this for Terrell earlier, and I don't know if you remember. Him and Tommy Frazier rapping in college.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna put them chump, them gators. They don't want none of that big NU, cause we take them to school, cause we running through the
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember watching that.
Yeah, people love that.
I was like, I remember watching. They're having so much fun. Give it to them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everybody wants to be someone else.
Yeah, that's right.
Basketball players want to be rappers. Rappers want to be athletes. Snoop Dogg. I mean, it's just God.
Yeah, it's all fun. So I don't think there's too much problem.
I always wanted to be Tiger Woods. I wanted to be a golfer.
Yeah.
I thought if I could be. We used to play this game. If you could be anyone in the world, who would you want to be? And I was like, I would want to be Tiger.
You would.
Yeah.
Just for his skills set.
Tiger was a man. It was golf.
Yeah.
Tiger was like, seriously.
Shouldn't say just for his skill set. He also like MJ was able to market himself in a way to make so much money off of it.
It was what he was doing. I love golf, right? I would rather do that versus getting hit, that kind of stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Who would you want to be? If you could be anyone, and we're not being envious or nothing. We're just saying, if you can have someone's life and it changes, right?
Yeah.
Who would it be?
It'd probably be basketball. I already played basketball. Yeah, I play basketball like 2 or 3 times a week. Well, 2 now that
who in the NBA would you like? Who do you think has the golden life? I know. I think.
I mean, like LeBron to be in the GOAT conversation, obviously wouldn't be
Really?
bad. Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be Curry.
Curry would be good.
Curry has a good life. He's a nice kid.
Yeah. Won some titles.
Yeah, wants balance, you know. He's
Yeah.
just a cool dude. He's not over the top, no drama. You know, you would think like that's a good like he golfs.
Yeah.
I would say Stephon, that would be one.
Yeah.
If I could pick a life in the NBA, I would pick that.
Yeah.
Now in the NFL, God, who would I like?
Maybe a kicker because I don't want to get hit.
A kicker?
No, if you could beat Patrick Mahomes, I don't think that'd be such a bad life.
Mahomes would be a good life.
Yeah.
Mahomes.
Although
Mahomes, yeah, I would say Mahomes.
His brother's kind of annoying, so maybe.
Well, that's his brother. I wouldn't want to be his brother.
Well, I know, but then you have to deal with his brother.
When I tell people that, I say I wish I had Mahomes' money.
Yeah.
So I would like.
That'd be a good start.
I like his style of play. I like his personality. I mean, if you look at the whole big, he's always all these commercials. You know, he's solid. He's consistent. You know, I would trade with him.
Yeah, I think that.
I think my wife would trade too. Probably throw me out in the heartbeat. She may take you, Bach, instead of me right now. No, so we used to play that game all the time.
Yeah.
I won't tell you the other game we used to play.
Well, I'm intrigued. Now I'm interested.
Okay, we used to play. So if you were married and you got a celebrity pass.
Oh yes, the old hall pass.
The old hall celebrity pass. Yeah, dreaming.
Well, maybe this is why you get in arguments. So maybe if you say the wrong name,
we never really argued about that.
Never got into that one. Yeah,
no, because she had her passes too.
Yeah. So
did.
passes. This is supposed to be one.
Oh, you got to get multiple.
It changes depending on the
depending on the popularity of the person.
Fair enough.
Okay, we'll stop.
I tried to bring that about that idea up to my wife just to bring it up, and she just never heard of it. She thought that was a weird idea, but
we got this other game that we play with. They won't play anymore. We had the best time. I better stop.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't want to get in trouble.
It was actually a card game.
Oh, card game, yeah.
It was a card. I thought we had the best time when my family was here. Yeah. People may understand, may not. I love the game, but no one will play anymore with it.
Or is it one of those adult card games with the wordings and stuff? Like, what is that game called?
It's the we're just having fun here. Kicks and go. It's the black counterpart to Cards of Humanity.
Cards of Humanity, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my daughter brought this game back from California. She went home, and they call it the Black Card Revoked. Yeah.
What if I played it? Would I stand out?
I don't know. It depends. It depends. Like it depends if you can answer the questions.
Oh,
you know?
Okay. Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd be interested.
Right. So, and it, depending if you got there, it's like, how black are you?
That's what the game is trying to determine.
Yeah. Like, how black are you? Like, okay, if you were black, how would you answer this question?
Yeah.
Or you would know these things. Like a lot of them, and it was kicks and giggles, right?
Right.
A lot of character, a lot of stuff about the Martin Show, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, like who were the characters on the Martin Show? Like
Yeah.
who lived on the 5th floor? Like if you're black, you would know that, right?
Yeah.
You know, but if you watch Martin, you
might know that.
you know that.
regardless, yeah.
I watched Martin a little bit, but I didn't watch it like that.
Yeah.
You know, I knew the main, you know, and just games like that, like who's the greatest all-time rapper, right?
Yeah.
Like you would think it'd be maybe like, you know, Jay-Z or something, but
Yeah.
or Run DMC. No, it'd be someone else, like Nas.
Mm.
You wouldn't know these guys. Maybe you would.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was I thought it was so what was funny about it is that my family was here from California and we played this. My sisters and my nephews, and we're all playing this game. So it got to the point where I was really, really black. I would answer like this. It was kind of stupid.
So you start to question each other's. Say, I'm better than you are.
Yeah. So it was for kicks and giggles. It was kind of fun, you know.
Yeah.
It was for kicks and giggles.
Well, that's
anyway.
That's all good. Yeah, all good and fun there. I did want to ask you this
Yeah,
because
what
it
you
is, this has been coming out here.
Mm.
apparently several. This is an article from Texas football, I believe.
Ooh.
Dave Campbell's Texas football. Sonny Dykes, of course, TCU head coach. A couple other head coaches are coming out and they're saying, as the way they see it, they see a split coming between the Power Four and the Group of Five.
The Power Four.
Yeah. So the Big Ten, the SEC,
Okay.
the Big 12, and the ACC,
Yeah.
and then everybody else. They just feel like with college football, how it currently stands, there's got to be a split. This is what Sonny Dykes said. It says there's got to be a split between Power Four and Group of Five eventually. There's such a big difference right now between the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
And I think that we'll eventually split into two separate divisions. Alabama and Louisiana Tech aren't playing the same sport. Of course, that's kind of always been the case, right? But
Yes.
is it that gap is just getting maybe too big here?
Yes.
Or, to me, like I hope they still kind of schedule some of those games, because that's the fun of college football is the major upsets. If everybody's seen in this, division, this one division, then how can you have App State, Michigan? But maybe that'll go away in the future.
Yeah,
of college football.
that's what's going to make this season, to see how all this shapes up, even with the Big Ten, on where we go from there and how everything aligns. But yeah, it's unfortunate, it's the haves and the have-nots. And I was just talking to my wife about this the other day. I think I don't know what Ohio State's NIL was like, maybe 50 or 60 million or something like that, and ours was like what, 13 or 14 or some ridiculously low number. How do you compete with that? So you're right, that's where things are going, and these super conferences and everything. So there's going to have to be a split.
Yeah.
Now, for us old guys, the way we used to see things and how it happened, but maybe the new generation like that.
Yeah,
maybe that's just where we're going with it.
Yeah, it's and I've done my battles. I've tried to stick to my traditional college football, but it's I've lost the battle. It's going the opposite direction, as is the case for many of us.
Well,
as it currently stands, a Group of Five team will get an automatic bid. The best Group of Five team will get an automatic bid to the playoffs. So at least, as opposed to previous ways of determining champions, they would never get that. So this is the first year that I think they're actually would be a peak type of year for the Group of Five while this statement is being made. But he's saying that because if you have a good player at a Group of Five school today in NIL world and all that stuff, how are you going to keep your good players there?
Yeah.
They're gonna move on.
Yeah, and then like with my cousin here, and I just talked briefly with his uncle. He went to Washington for someone. Then that person left, and he was like, "Well, why am I here?" So now I'm going to look out and seek the best opportunity for me financially and that kind of stuff. So with all the transportal stuff and kids leaving NIL, it's huge. And you're right, it's tough to really build a program and stay that. So we covered a lot today, huh?
Yeah, we did.
A lot coming.
I like to get some college football, some real estate, and some golf
and some fun stuff.
And some fun.
You're the man. You're the man. So.
Yeah. Another good, another successful episode, I think, of Weekly Wrap Sessions with All-American Steve Taylor. Steve, thanks for coming in once again.
You bet, my man. We'll see you next Wednesday.
All right. We'll get it ready for next Wednesday. Happy hour coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.